Most people pick free cloud storage that seems like a great deal until it leaks your data, throttles your speed, or hits you with sudden limits that waste hours of your time. And after testing over 50 providers for CloudWords and helping thousands of users secure their files without spending a dime, I've cracked the code on what actually works. And let's be honest, who doesn't need more free cloud storage, right? But with so many options out there for 2025, how do you actually pick the right one? Not all free plans are created equal. Some offer more space, others focus on usability, and a few manage to do both surprisingly well. And after months of digging deep into dozens of providers, I've pinpointed the 7 best free cloud storage services that actually balance generous storage with genuine security and useful features. And listen up. I'm not just revealing the winners, I'm also uncovering hidden pitfalls of some popular choices. So stick around to the end to see what I found. And obviously, you know me, you know my videos, I'll rank these services on how good their free tiers are. That means also, obviously, how much storage you get, as well as other limitations of the free plans. And also, we're gonna look, as usual, at performance. We're gonna look also at overall features, security, and privacy. Are you ready? Well, let's get started. First, there is a familiar face, Google Drive. I mean, we've all used it at one point or another, right? I've been using it with my team for, years, 10 years, 12 years. Anyway, you get 15 gigabytes of free storage off the bat. You don't need to jump through any hoops to get the whole thing like with other providers. And we'll cover more on that later in the video, what exactly it is that you need to do for each service to really unlock the full free gigabytes. And keep in mind that your drive space may fill up very fast as all your email attachments, all your videos and photos get backed up there as well. It all counts into one. This space is therefore shared across Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Photos. And now, while Google Drive offers basically most of all that as a core functionality, as a free add-on to their users like file storage, basic sharing, collaboration, there are some premium features that you'll miss out on. For example, one feature that is super important, granted it's more for business users, but you'll miss out on shared drives for team collaboration, which are only available on paid Google Workspace plans. And paid Google One subscribers get premium features like unlimited magic editor in Google Photos and enhanced AI capabilities. Now, let's talk about features. Basically, features of the free plan. Google Drive's free plan gives you all the core features. You get access to a comprehensive file storage and management system. You can essentially upload any file type, be it documents, photos, videos, PDFs, and much more. The interface is clean and, for me, pretty intuitive with powerful search capabilities that can even find text inside images and documents. And when it comes to sharing, Google Drive is really great. I mean, you can share individual files or entire folders with specific people. You can create shareable links with different permission levels. So we have view only, we have comment, we have editing access, and you can add expiration dates on all shared links and even require sign-in for added security. And the real magic happens with Google's built-in productivity suite. You get access to Google Docs for word processing, Sheets for spreadsheets, slides for presentations, forms for your surveys, drawings for basic graphics, and also the version history is pretty robust. You can see who made what changes and when, and then you can restore the previous version of that document. Plus, you get offline access through the desktop and mobile app, so you can work on your files even without an internet connection. The mobile experience is excellent too, with apps for Android and iOS that let you scan documents with your camera, essentially editing files on the go, accessing your files offline. But now, let's talk about transfer speeds. And to test this, we've uploaded a 5 gigabyte folder with a mix of file types. We run the tests on a 1 gigabit per second internet connection, which we first throttle down to 100 megabits per second for consistent results. And then we run another test on a full speed, right? We want to really open the throttle here. In our speed test, Google Drive performed excellently. Uploads averaged 7 minutes and 15 seconds, while downloads took 7 minutes and 8 seconds, both hitting near maximum speeds consistently. And when we tested it without throttling, uploads completed in 5 minutes, while downloads finished in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Given Google's global infrastructure, I was expecting, to be honest, a little more out of my 1 gigabit per second test, but what can you do? Let's talk about security. When you use Google Drive, all the data is encrypted at rest and in transit using AES 256-bit and TLS encryption. However, there is no client-side encryption. Now, this means they, meaning Google, can access your data if they choose to. They claim this access is reserved for technical issues or official investigations. However, the policy sounds intentionally open-ended, which we don't love, obviously, here at CloudWords. Google's whole business model is also centered around serving ads, so I don't trust that they won't use my files to tailor to the ads, basically, that I see. If you want to know more about Google Drive, check out our detailed review in the description box below. Also, you can find all the summaries and comparison charts on cloudwords.net, which we leave you also in the description box below, so you can really take your time to find the best storage for your needs. Next up, we've got a service called Filen. They offer 10 gigabytes for free, and you can double that to 20 gigabytes simply by signing up through our affiliate link. Very easy. You can find that in the description box below if you are interested. Unfortunately, you need a paid subscription to create public links. They claim this decision was driven by an analysis that revealed that over 98% of reported violations from external parties originated from public links associated with free accounts. What you also won't find with Filen is any third-party integration of any kind. It's the classic security versus convenience balance. And Filen has clearly chosen to prioritize keeping your data locked tight over certain convenience features. So depending on what's more important to you, you may find Filen extremely easy to use and extremely well suited for your needs, or not. Let's see what the free plan does offer. File previews work well for most formats. You can view images, you can view your videos, PDFs, and even PowerPoint, Excel, and Word documents directly in your browser. I didn't have any problems with that. The sync feature they're really impressive. Filen offers multiple sync modes and selective sync options that let you choose exactly which folders to sync with the cloud, and their smart sync feature lets you access files instantly while the full sync happens in the background. And you can even mount your file and storage as a network drive so it appears like a local hard drive on your computer. And this is a feature I love and I use constantly. I could not live without that anymore. In our speed tests, Filen showed mixed performance. Uploads averaged 24 minutes and 53 seconds, while downloads were faster at 7 minutes and 2 seconds. And when testing without throttling, uploads completed in 23 minutes and 42 seconds, while downloads finished in just 1 minute and 48 seconds. And these upload times are, they're very slow. And it seems like it's a result of Filen's user base growing significantly past year, and they might have some, you would call it growing pains, which is fine, but hopefully they're going to work on their infrastructure, because I'm kind of started liking this service. The more I use it, and the more we do reviews here on CloudWords about Filen, and the more they grow, I think they really have the potential to get into a top 5 list at the very least. Filen also provides client-side encryption, which is for the free plan, completely free. They offer a master key system for the users. So you can export these keys to recover your account if you ever forget your password. So basically you can print it out, you can put it in a safe, and then get it out there whenever you need it. But what sets Filen apart is how they've taken transparency to a whole new level. Their apps are completely open source, meaning anyone can inspect the actual code to verify their security claims. And this level of transparency is pretty rare in the cloud storage space. Most providers keep their code locked away. They've also published a detailed security white paper if you're interested in the more technical nuances and aspects. For privacy, Filen operates under German data protection laws. Wow. Their privacy policy clearly outlines the minimal data they collect, basically your email, your IP address, and exactly how they use it. Filen therefore ticks most of the boxes for anyone looking for secure, free storage. That said, it falls a bit short with their overall features, and the upload speeds are really dreadfully slow. Next up is Mega. Mega has one of the most generous free plans out there. You start with 20 gigabytes, there's no fine print, and you can boost your free storage even further for the first year by completing what Mega calls achievements. So installing the desktop and mobile apps brings you free storage up to 30 gigabytes for 1 year. And on top of that, you can invite friends to Mega and get an additional 5 gigabytes of storage per invite. Let's look at what else you get with Mega's free plan. There are really some great features, but there are also some limitations that's worth talking about. The big one, the big caveat, is limited transfer bandwidth. And Mega calculates download limits from non-Mega users or those with a free account based on the data transferred to your IP address during the last 6 hours. This limit depends on factors like your geographical location. There is a workaround though, and I'll teach you how to quickly reset those limits in this video, which you can see up here. That shows you exactly how that works currently as of 2025. Free users also miss out on password-protected sharing links and expiration dates for shared files. Also, users including those on free plans get access to 100 file versions. You can run automated backups and access deleted files, though you only get to recover them within 30 days. Upgrading now to a paid plan extends this to 90 or even 180 days. All right, back to the good news. The desktop app uses MegaSync for synchronization. You can choose between full synchronization, which essentially mirrors your entire cloud drive, or selective sync just for specific folders. And unlike some competitors, Mega doesn't use a central master folder. You have more flexibility in how you organize your syncing setup. If you're a power user, Mega offers Mega Command, CMD. It's a command line interface that enables automated backups. It enables scheduled uploads and also something very advanced, script-based file management. So you can really dig deep and organize your cloud storage system. In our speed test, Mega showed mixed performance. Although performance has improved since our last round of testing, uploads averaged just 7 minutes and 7 seconds and downloads finished at 8 minutes. When testing without throttling, uploads completed in 5 minutes and 41 seconds, while downloads finish in 4 minutes and 16 seconds. It's not the fastest service, but it's enough for an average user, and we're talking about free cloud storage here, so that's what you get. Mega ranks high in our best free cloud storage services for more than just storage capacity. It also offers client-side encryption on all plans and two-factor authentication. So if you want more details about Mega, we've got a full video about it that you can also find here in the channel. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we do another video on Mega. Or if you wish to know something else about Mega that we haven't covered and like us to do a deep dive, also leave a comment here. I'll be happy to do that, to do a walkthrough in one of my next videos. Next up is Icedrive, which offers 10 gigabytes of free storage. And Icedrive delivers some good functionality on their free tier. Some advanced link settings like expiration dates, we already know that, download limits, and password protection. Well, those are premium features, but you can still set basic access levels like read-only or editor permissions on the free plan. Free users can access up to 3 previous versions of a file within a 15-day window. Yeah, it's perfect for recovering from mistakes or comparing changes of documents. Paid users can go back to 10 previous versions of a file for up to 180 days. So there comes the difference. You have this extra security cushion of 180 days if you sign up for a paid plan. And there's also a bandwidth cap you should be aware of. Free users are limited to 50 gigabytes of transfer per month. In terms of performance, Icedrive has been on a kind of downwards trajectory. In our earlier speed test, it was one of the fastest cloud storage providers we've tested. And now, I gotta say, it's markedly slower. Uploads average over 12 minutes, while downloads were even slower at 13 minutes. And when we tested without throttling, uploads completed in 11 minutes and 50 seconds, while downloads finished in 12 minutes and 37 seconds. What makes Icedrive unique is their encryption approach. They use something called two-fish encryption for files at rest instead of the more common AES standard. And they use standard TLS encryption where your files are in transit. And unlike Filen, Icedrive lets you share public links. There is one important security limitation to note. The free plan doesn't include client-side encryption, which is a premium feature. You can set up two-factor authentication on a free plan using Google Authenticator. The SMS or text message verification option, however, is reserved for paid subscribers only. If you say, I don't care about client-side encryption or slow speeds, well, Icedrive is a great free cloud option. There are two options that are markedly better, which I'll get to next, so stay tuned. In third place, we've got Terabox. Terabox gives you, now listen up, 1 terabyte, yes, with a T, terabyte of free storage. It is completely free. That is 1,024 gigabytes for a lifetime, to be specific. To put that in perspective, we are essentially talking about enough space for around 400,000 photos or 250 full-length HD movies. When you create a new account on Terabox, you immediately get your terabytes. So that's that. Now that's about 50 to 100 times more than what most competitors offer. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal, right? But let's talk a little bit about the strings attached that come to that kind of massive free storage. Ads are the main limitation of the free plan. Expect to see a pop-up ad when you open the mobile app or log in online. This can certainly be irritating when you need to access a file quickly. Now, ad blockers or browsers like Brave can often eliminate those on the web version, but the in-app ads on mobile appear to be unavoidable for free users. And then we have the second bucket, which is the cloud compression. Premium users can extract zip files directly in the cloud without having to download them first, while free users have to download and decompress locally. And another major limitation I noticed is performance speed. The free plan had notably slower speeds compared to the service's premium offerings. Downloads took a whopping 41 minutes. 41 minutes! Making it one of the slowest providers I've ever tested. Uploads were a bit better, but still modest, completing in approximately 8 minutes. And on the unthrottled connection, speeds improved a little bit, but download averages were only at a glacial pace. So I was really getting impatient testing Terabox. There's also a huge difference in external link transfers. Free users are limited to just 20 external link transfers, while premium users get 50,000. Obviously, that's a massive, massive difference if you're doing a lot of file sharing. Two other premium video features you won't get are data saving mode, which compresses videos to reduce mobile data usage when you're away from Wi-Fi, and video acceleration to enjoy high-speed video playback. On the positive side, you do get some useful features. First up, there is the original quality video playback. Free users have a 480p video resolution, while premium subscribers get 4K quality. 480p is perfectly fine for most of us. Like if you want to just quickly preview a video that you've uploaded or show some animation to your friends or whatever you like to do. And it's not really ideal if you really look crystal clear playback off your HD content if you have to show something to client. But then again, you probably wouldn't use a free cloud storage anyway if you are seriously considering this for your business. Second, free users can upload files of up to 4 gigabytes, while premium users can upload files as large as 128 gigabytes. And third, Terabox gives you access to a personal vault where you can upload up to 200 megabytes of data. What you store in the vault is encrypted and password protected. You also only get 10 days to restore deleted files from the recycling bin compared to 30 days for premium users. The bigger question is, should you trust Terabox with your data? Terabox encrypts data in transit and at rest using TLS SSL encryption, but won't specify what encryption they use on their servers. I reached out to Terabox to clarify, and they only gave me some marketing yada yada speech in response, which is for me definitely a huge red flag if they cannot clearly say what they are doing on their servers, right? So I took matters into my own hands. I did some testing with Wireshark to get to the bottom of the stupid encryption question. Given the sketchy answers I'd gotten from Terabox, I wasn't expecting anything good here. But when I looked at the transfer, I was pleasantly surprised. Terabox actually implements client-side encryption across the board, even for free plans. Now let's look at their privacy policy. Terabox collects user data, usage information, device info, contact information, and clipboard data. They can scan content to detect abusive behavior and content, and while they say they need consent to share data with third parties, there are vague exceptions for public health and risk to life or property. Terabox is based in Japan under APPI privacy laws, which do offer pretty strict rules for organizations that handle data. Overall, Terabox 1 terabyte of free storage is very impressive, but the severe feature and performance limitations, not to mention the constant in-app ads, leave, in my opinion, like a serious bad taste. And that's why I can't really, in good conscience, put it in the top spot here in this video. Next up, we got Sync.com. While this is usually like our top choice here on the channel, I mean, we've been talking a lot about Sync.com. We're ranking it a bit lower since the free plan is limited to just 5 GB of free storage. Sync.com offers client-side encryption and two-factor authentication across every plan they offer. And what's really cool, especially about their sharing features, is that even free users get access to a nice suite of options. You can password protect your shared links, set labels for better organization. You can disable comments or enable them for authenticated users only. You can also toggle enhanced privacy on or off to choose between end-to-end encryption on shared links or standard encryption. Now, for privacy, their privacy policy clearly states that they do not share your personal information without your explicit consent. And yes, they log basic data like IP addresses and access times. It's pretty standard stuff. But they don't specifically link this data to your identity or what you're storing. Now let's look at what else you get with Sync.com's free plan. You can preview and restore previous versions of the file, including deleted files, for up to 30 days. Paid plans, however, offer 180 or 365 days, depending on the plan. The free tier does have other limitations, but they're quite reasonable. You're capped at 3 sharing links at any given time, so you'll need to delete an existing link before creating a new one if you essentially hit that limit. Also, collaboration is possible, but restricted to 3 shared folders, which is perfect for like small projects or if you just want to like dip your toe into the service, but obviously it's constraining for larger team efforts and unusable. There are a few premium-only features worth noting. You all miss out on direct integration with Microsoft Office, so you can't open, edit, and save documents in Sync.com directly from the Office suite. You'll need to consider one of their paid options for that. In our speed test, Sync.com showed notably slower performance due to its encryption overhead. Uploads averaged 9 minutes and 47 seconds, while downloads took a bit longer at 11 minutes and 56 seconds. And when testing without throttling, uploads completed in 9 minutes and 36 seconds, while downloads finish in 10 minutes and 56 seconds. So speed has really been my main gripe with Sync.com, but the slower speeds are worth it for enhanced security and features in my opinion. Now, overall, Sync's free plan has very few limitations, but the 5 GB of storage space probably won't be enough for most people, which is why it's not my favorite here in this top free cloud storage pick. And finally, are you getting excited? Drum roll. We have pCloud. Now, pCloud's free plan starts you off with only 2 GB of storage. Wait! Okay, that's not really great. That's like Dropbox level, and that's why Dropbox is not in this list here, because Dropbox will give you 2 GB and not a lot of options to really stack up on your free storage. But here comes the deal with pCloud. They will raise that up to 10 gigabytes if you complete some very simple steps, like, for example, verifying your email address, uploading some files, downloading pCloud Drive, which is their software that you can then use to get essentially a drive into your computer and then access your cloud files without them occupying space on your computer. And also if you download the pCloud app in general and turning on automatic upload. So that will add on to your free cloud storage quota. You can get 1 gigabyte each of these tasks. So by now you should have 7 gigabytes, give or take. So you can score another 3 gigabytes by inviting 3 friends. And each friend that creates a free account earns you 1 gigabyte of free storage. So the only thing to note is your friends will need to create their accounts in the same data region as yours. When you open the account, you can choose between United States and Europe. So make sure you're on the same path with your friends here. If you're on the free plan, you'll be missing password protection for shared files. You will miss expiry dates for publicly shared files. And you don't get client-side or zero-knowledge encryption either. Now, pCloud does offer client-side encryption through a feature they called pCloud Encryption, but this is a separate add-on. It's not included either in their free or paid plans. This is an add-on which will cost you about $50 per year, or you can choose the lifetime option for $150. But don't worry. Even without the additional subscription, your files are still protected with AES 256-bit and TLS encryption. And you can add two-factor authentication for extra security. So that means your files are still perfectly safe from unauthorized access. And given that pCloud is based in Switzerland, I trust them more than most other tech companies when it comes to not snooping around my files. Now let's take a look at their privacy policy. pCloud collects what you could call the basics: IP address, browser type, operating system, some usage analytics. They'll have to share data if required by law or to prevent fraud. They do share data with payment providers, which is pretty standard, and in their own words, they don't sell your data or share it for marketing. In terms of where your data is stored, pCloud gives you 2 choices, the US and Luxembourg. Between these two, Luxembourg is the better choice for storing your data, given the problematic privacy framework that's in place in the US. Even if you are in the US, you can choose Luxembourg as your server location. So just know that this might impact upload and download speeds, though not really by much. Here comes the fun part, looking at the free plan's features. If you're coming from OneDrive or Dropbox, you can import your files directly into pCloud for a smooth transition. You can also set up automatic ongoing backups from services like Google Photos and Facebook directly into pCloud, so you're always backed up from other services as well. The free plan gives you 15 days of account history through their Rewind feature, and this essentially lets you recover old versions of your files, restore shared work, or get back anything you accidentally deleted. Premium and lifetime plans get you up to 30 days, so shall you want to upgrade later, you have a little bit more luxury when it comes to these little errors, those little duh moments that happen in life. You can set up shared folders so others can upload files into your account. I find this useful when working with external designers or anyone outside of the CloudWorks team. It's also a great way to all your friends to upload their photos from that get-together last week into one single location, so you have all access to the same photos and videos, obviously. But free users don't get access to the public folder, a feature that acts like a simple file server in the cloud. It essentially lets you create direct links to files and folders, ideal for hosting static websites, sharing images, or embedding content, or for that quick email link that you want to send to someone, or the document that you want to send to someone, but it's too big for an email attachment. In our speed tests, pCloud has always delivered solid performance. Uploads averaged 7 minutes and 6 seconds, while downloads took just 6 minutes and 52 seconds. That's incredibly close to the fastest result possible on a 100 megabits per second connection. And when testing without throttling, uploads completed in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, while downloads finished in 2 minutes and 33 seconds, which is a significant improvement over the throttle test. The service maintained consistent speeds throughout our testing. There wasn't much variance, so I'm very happy with those results. Of course, you need to upgrade to get more storage, and there are multiple plans to choose from, and pCloud offers some great deals, and you get great value for your money. If you're curious, I say give the free version a try, and then basically take it from there. Later, you can go back to CloudWords or to our YouTube channel to get the best deals on the lifetime plans for pCloud. And as I said before, you support the channel, so thank you very much. So, I guess you come here because you also want to hear my opinion, right? Because when I watch YouTube videos of people who really know their shit, I want to hear their opinion, and this is what I'm going to give you. What service would I go for? Honestly, I know Terabox's 1 terabyte for free is attractive. After all, I mean, you're getting 1 terabyte of free cloud storage, right? But the annoying ads and the terrible performance would be a deal breaker for me. Also, that I could not get like any information out of the marketing department about their encryption was a big turnoff, to be honest. And just getting this marketing blah blah is just like, no, I really can't deal with these guys anymore, right? So my top recommendation is pCloud. I know that it's not the service with the most free storage, and it's not the end-all be-all for cloud storage needs, probably, if you're looking for more collaboration or Google Docs type of thing. But we absolutely love the service here because it is such a good all-rounder. It gives you a solid free storage, it gives you a high level of security, and it's genuinely useful features like the built-in media player. So when you add everything up, it's essentially the best options for most free users. And the good thing is, I mean, you can stack free cloud storage account, right? You're not just limited to one. So why not sign up for pCloud? Why not sign up for sync.com and Google Drive and then see which service you like best or which combination of services works for your setup? So which cloud service are you currently using? After watching this video, are you considering switching maybe to a different one? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for hanging out with us till the end. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out the latest videos, and hopefully see you in my next video. Bye-bye.